Governor Inslee on Thursday announced a series of new steps designed to curb a resurging coronavirus, including expanding an order that will allow businesses statewide to refuse service to customers who are not wearing facial coverings. It is a reasonable expectation for businesses to enforce this law, Inslee said. This order gives employers an added measure of protection. The governor had earlier issued a no mask, no service order, but it had only applied to Yakima County, which has been struggling to contain the coronavirus. His new order, which takes effect Tuesday, will now apply statewide. Inslee said, however, that customers who have an underlying medical condition that could be worsened by wearing a face mask will be exempt from the order. This is not an optional plan for businesses, Inslee said. This is a legal requirement. In addition, the government announced that the state is imposing a 2-week pause on all county requests to advance to a higher phase. Some counties still in Phase 1 will be allowed to move to a modified version of Phase 1, allowing for private construction projects to resume and more customers can be served at restaurants and bars. The order will apply to Yakima, Benton and Franklin counties. Bar service will be removed for those counties in Phase 3, although establishments can still provide bar seating areas for customer service. Inslee was joined during the news conference by Brad Peck, a Franklin County Commissioner, Jerome Delvin, a Benton County Commissioner, John Wiesman, State Health Department Secretary, and Patricia Byers, the Mayor of Yakima. In an exclusive interview with Como News, Inslee spoke about being heckled 2 days ago in the Tri-Cities while addressing reporters. "Well, we can count in my administration," Inslee said. "We had one person or two people who were raising their voices, and we have over 160,000 people wearing masks. That's 160,000 to 2. That's how we count. And so that's really good news. And we have the vast majority of elected officials in that community supporting this effort," Inslee said. "These are people who won votes in Tri-Cities. Anybody can sit there and make a lot of noise, but the people who are actually elected are supporting this mask measure. Both Republicans and Democrats, and I think that's an important thing to say." On Wednesday, the governor announced that he was extending his Safe Start initiative, which outlines how Washington state counties can restart the economies, many of which came to a halt in March as the state sought to get a handle on the exploding COVID-19 pandemic. The governor's reopen plan calls for a phased approach in order for counties to reopen. Those phases are: Phase 1, some outdoor recreation are allowed but the state's ban on large gatherings will remain and only certain businesses, including construction, landscaping, automobile sales and curbside pickup for retail sales are permitted. Phase 2, outdoor recreation of 5 or less are permitted along with in-store purchases. Retailers, with some restrictions, real estate transactions and hair salons and barbers are allowed to resume their operations. Restaurants can reopen provided they can accommodate half of their capacity with tables that seat no more than 5 people. Phase 3, the size of outdoor groups grows to up to 50 people and non-essential travel is permitted. The capacity of restaurants grows to 70% but tables cannot seat more than 10 people. Movie theaters can reopen. Phase 4, public interactions resume with physical distancing, gatherings of more than 50 people are allowed, clubs, concerts and large sporting events are permitted. No county has made it all the way to Phase 4, and some counties are facing the prospect of rolling back to an earlier phase because of a surprising rise in COVID-19 cases. Officials in Pierce County had planned on asking state regulators if they could advance to a modified Phase 2, which would have permitted gatherings of up to 25 people outside of one's household. The county health director says, however, that since the county's confirmed caseload continues to rise, that request has been tabled for now. When asked about the recent unrest in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, Inslee said he supported the city's effort to reclaim the neighborhood, adding that he still wants to see the Black Lives Matter movement succeed. "I think it's a good thing that police services will be restored to some of those communities. But one thing I want to make sure though is that this is a movement that is not going to be stopped. We are going to respond to the need for police accountability. We are going to respect the Black Lives Matter effort," Inslee said. "And whatever happened in those few blocks is not going to slow down our effort to have major achievements to reduce systemic racism." Thank you for watching our video. Please show your support by subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit for more videos.